Fuck it.
Yes.
We ball.
Fuck it. It's been a rough day. It's been a fine day. Nothing's happened yet.
What happened today?
Nothing. It's been rough.
Just another one?
This one is I woke up. That's the issue. Hey, I'm just joking. That was one of my classic jokes. It's like it's. Anyway, I'm fine, guys. Don't worry about me. I promise I'm cool. I'm chilling. It's fine.
What has been up in the past week?
Nothing. Just work. Just working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's cool. It's cool. Nothing really is happening though.
No hot goss?
No hot goss for the week. The week is gossless. Actually, I do have to ask you a question though. This is really popular, really important question. Very topical, very political question here. Sorry to add to the conversation, but the conversations we had, we had to have the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight?
100
One gorilla or 100 men?
100 gorillas.
100 gorillas would do numbers, but that's not the question. One man or 100 gorillas?
What's the guy in Tarzan?
Tarzan?
No, not that guy.
Oh, damn.
Killer guy. He killed like 10 gorillas in that movie.
He had a gun.
Single-handedly. Yeah. So you're saying 100 Americans don't have a gun?
No, they don't have guns in this situation. Also, what
That's like 200 guns.
The just making them American. Who said they're American? You know what I mean?
Okay. So just worldwide?
Guns. It's just 100 guys bare hands.
100 like just
dudes. Just
T-posing
the average human male. The average human man.
An average human man can't comprehend. It's like a Lovecraftian horror. One gorilla.
Yeah.
You know they were encrypted until like, I don't know, 100 years ago.
The gorillas?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No,
so one man.
They were like, it was like a guy came back from the Congo and was like, I just saw the fucking craziest thing. It was like a dude who was all hairy, but like as strong as 100 men. And they were like,
there's
yeah,
like 100 guys in a freaking bear suit in the Congo.
Yeah. I know it's bear month, everybody, but I'm serious. This is a real thing I saw.
These are gorilla facts now.
And they like didn't believe him for like 20 years, and then they found one and like painted a gorilla, and it looked horrifying. I'm so serious. Okay. That's a gorilla fact.
Gorilla fact. Gorilla fact is probably also like on some sort of like floppy disk somewhere.
Yeah.
In like the MF Doom archives.
Gorilla facts.
Yeah.
These other rappers whack.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're saying no guns, bare hands.
Bare hands. Bare month's not over, everybody. We're a weekend.
Barehandedly.
The right to bear arms.
Bear. Oh, what was my... I had a bar about that one time. It was, I ate a gorilla. Bear was like, I'm bear, ate bears. Like a homophone.
I have a question about this popular question going on right now. How did the gorilla get there? Was he in a fucking coop?
You know, these are the questions that they're just afraid to ask.
Yeah.
So you're saying like, is he like a real tough gorilla, or
a gorilla in a coop?
Oh, a gorilla in a fucking coop for the zoo.
Yeah. I was like, come on, AJ.
I saw him perform that.
You're TikTok's busiest rap nerd. You don't know gorilla in a fucking coop.
Gorilla in a
AJ Fantano.
I was thinking of it. That was fucked up about that. When I hear that line, I think of a Jay-Z bar before I think of Chief Keef sometimes.
Why?
Because he's a Chief Keef. He just interpolates that line in one of the
Jay-Z?
Carter songs.
Okay.
Yeah, Jay-Z says, I'm a gorilla in the fucking coop. Finna pull up in the zoo. I'm Chief Keef mixed Rafiki, I think.
Rafiki from The Lion King?
Yeah. Chief Keef meets Rafiki. That's the Lion King to you. That's what he says.
I gotta say, Jay-Z is probably my least favorite rapper of all time.
He's so good. Like he's one of those people though. Like I don't like Chief. I don't like Jay-Z personally. He's one of my. I don't like him. But he's like. You have to respect how great he is, and it's like gross.
I just think he's so just out of touch with real life.
Oh yeah, no. As a person, fuck Jay-Z. I don't like.
Like I have
he's annoying.
I don't know. It's just like
he's annoying as hell.
It's so unrelatable. I don't care. You know what I mean?
Unrelatable.
Unrelatable.
They're the nerds are gonna be on this one. Talk about
whatever.
Jay-Z's relatable.
Jay-Z is so good. He's just not good. He doesn't deserve his billionaire status and I don't know. He doesn't.
What was the one that it's fudge, dude. Okay. It's gonna bother me forever.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking to find this bar I wrote down like 6 months ago, and I can't find it. It's gone forever. That's besides the point. It's not in the vault. The vault lost it. It's not up here anymore.
It's in the paper shredder in the vault.
Yeah, it's what happens when you just have constant bars. They just leave your brain.
Yeah.
My battle rapper bars are pretty good. Okay. All my bars are inspired by MF Doom. You know how MF Doom has like insane influence?
Yeah.
That's me. It's all me, brother.
What?
I am every influence MF Doom has put out is just revolves in my bars. Everything I've ever said has just been an MF Doom line that I've reinterpreted. Or it could have been. He just hasn't said it yet.
I think you might be the gorilla.
Damn it! You found me out! Like the SpongeBob.
Yeah. That was a Patrick.
If you're the gorilla, then who are you?
Zip.
Anyway. It's what did he say? The other bar was what did I say? Oh, it was these rounds spin heads like Ayaz.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's all figured out. That's a good one. Do you get that? No. These rounds ain't right. They spin heads like Ayaz. That's what it was. These rounds ain't right. They spin heads like Ayaz. You know who Ayaz is?
No.
And that song is like, you spin my head round, right round.
That's a good one. That's way song. Better now.
That's a good bar, yeah.
No, that's a good bar now. I get it.
There was I said one time another bar I had was, I call all my shooters Kevins because they're strapped up like Home Alone.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The new season of Diablo came out yesterday, so Pay's going crazy. In the background.
I had another thing to actually say. The gorilla is not winning, by the way. I just feel like that's something that has to be said.
Why do you think that?
Because the gorilla's taken out 40 of them. Reasonably 40 people are not making it out of that situation, at least. But there's so many people, like, it's not that there's so many. It's not like there's like it's a perfect question, by the way. It's a perfect, absolutely perfect question, because 100 people is not an unreasonable amount of people to take down the gorilla.
Have you seen the picture of Goku and Krillin, and it's like me giving the gorilla a 5-hour energy after the first 40 people died?
It's a good sensu bean.
Yeah. It's so funny. Bro looking at me after I just gave the gorilla a 5-hour energy.
Yeah, so exactly. Yeah. So it's the gorilla's taking out a cool 40 people, but it's just the overwhelming. There's a lot. Also, gorillas are like babies. They're scared. My friend had a great point. He said if it was a chimpanzee inside of a gorilla's body, I'm taking the gorilla every single time.
Why is that?
Because chimpanzees will fuck anybody up. A chimpanzee in a one-on-one is killing you.
That's crazy. That makes me think of like Neon Genesis.
Yeah.
Evangelion.
They're scary.
Getting the gorilla Shinji.
I haven't watched Neon Genesis. All I saw of Neon Genesis is like that one major spoiler, that girl dying, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It's gonna make me sad.
That does nothing. Everyone's seen that clip. The show's so
Yeah.
good.
I need to watch it. It's one of those ones I put in the back burner.
I gotta watch
I'll
the
make a
newest
list.
movie, and then
Gotta
I'm
make
all
a
caught
list
up.
of things.
It's all on Netflix, but they cut out like the gay episode.
These DEI.
I don't know why they would do that.
Neon Genesis DEI propaganda.
Yeah, the fucking woke machine that
Woke
is
machine,
Neon Genesis.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
The woke is infiltrating everything.
Do you know how 21 Savage was deported?
Yeah.
I feel like the way that like everyone reacted to 21 Savage being deported is like the same way like a select group of the nerdiest people you've ever met felt when MF Doom got deported.
Why do you say that?
Cause I was like thinking about it, and MF Doom, like, he's British. He was born in Britain. We've all known this, but like he's so New York. Like he's very much just a New York rapper. Like
Yeah.
he's one of like the most influential boom bap rappers ever in terms of just like the sound.
Mm-hmm.
And like his connections with Ghostface and Wu-Tang, and then like Dilla, and like he's just very connected to like Northeast and Midwest America, that when he got deported by Obama, we were probably just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like I feel like when 21 Savage got deported, I was like, he's British? What the fuck? What do you mean you deported 21 Savage? When Doom got deported, it's probably just like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
What did he even do? And then he's like I put nitrous gas inside of a fucking trampoline and sent it to the mayor's office.
This is
like
his
an
mad
intro
villainy shit?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty good.
No, Doom, you can't do that.
I feel like he was like happy to be deported.
No, he started voting for John McCain.
Astral Beast got me all excited. Thought I was gonna get to see it go. Astral Beast, come to me!
Edward Elric, State Alchemist in line.
Astral Beast, where are you?
Nothing less from the commander of the Hawks Raiders.
A testicle devil appeared and went apeshit on his nutsack, ma'am. No, he's lying. He made that entire thing up.
The Astral Beast cometh.
That's crazy.
He did. He endorsed John McCain and got deported.
That's crazy.
I said, damn it, Doom.
Yeah,
Damn it, Doom.
He is an actual supervillain, is the thing. That's the thing everyone forgets.
Yeah. When he sent the clones to fucking his shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walked out there. You're not Doom for real. He's like, trust me, guys. I'm actually MF Doom.
And then it's
It's
just
me.
a gorilla. Mad villain shit. Sending gorillas.
It's Chief Keef.
Magilla gorilla.
Gorilla
It's Magilla gorilla. That's the gorilla he put as his Doombot.
Is that the one that goes, Gorilla the Spinal?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't know enough
Parappa
about
the Rapper
Hanna
was also a
Barbera.
Doombot. A Doombot.
Kick, punch, chop.
Yeah.
What you know about Parappa the Rapper?
I remember seeing that in the PS2.
I only ever played Parappa the Rapper when we got it on a Pizza Hut demo. That's how old I am.
They don't even know about the Pizza Hut demos.
No.
They don't even know about, what was it,
Had-
Pepsi Man?
We had Parappa the Rapper, Crash Bandicoot, and inline rollerblading game that was not Tony Hawk, but it was
They
sick
don't
as
even
fuck.
know.
They don't
They
even
don't
know.
even know.
It's
They
like
don't know.
aggressive inline, I think is what it was called. I don't know. I'm old.
We can figure that out.
I'm 30 now.
It's okay. You know?
It's crazy. I have so much. I have a whole ass script, honestly.
A script?
Yep.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh. Was it like his? What's the? It's like in an order.
It's so much, dude. It's in order. This is probably the longest script I've written for a podcast. I'm so nervous to do this. I have so much like respect for Doom.
I think you got
like hesitating to dive in.
We could take a breath real quick. Just think about this really quick. This is the guy we're talking about. The guy we're talking about, right? He made a whole album based off Aqua Teen Hunger Force
Yep.
and Adult Swim.
And C-Lab
You can take
2021.
You see, it's okay. You don't got to even.
I know.
He's a silly guy. You can make mistakes.
The nerds are just gonna be so mad at me.
And the nerds. Hear me out. The nerds are. The fact that you even made a script is enough for the nerds. They'll appreciate it. They'll be like, oh, you really did your research. Oh, you do. It's like, oh, you forgot the time with Doom, and then you'll be like, yeah, I forgot the time. I forgot the time.
He's done so much. I probably just didn't put it on there for the sake of saving myself from nerds.
There was like a moment of like bing, like a realization moment I had when I was listening to the albums again that we can talk about later.
Yeah.
But it was like gosh, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a damn guy.
All right. Should I just start?
Here, go in. Dig right in.
All right.
Yep. Jump in.
Just remember, all
From
caps
blue.
when you spell the man name.
Yep.
MF Doom started out as Zev Love X in the group KMD, or Causing Much Damage, or a positive clause in a much damaged society. The group recorded 2 albums, Mr. Hood and Black Bastards. Mr. Hood was released in 1991, while Black Bastards was recorded in 1993. Tragedy struck as DJ Subrock, Doom's brother, unfortunately passed away. The album, Black Bastards, wasn't officially released until the year 2000. Re-emerging as a solo artist, MF Doom with the debut album Operation Doomsday. This album establishes the metal face persona based on Dr. Doom of Fantastic Four fame. The first mask he wore was actually a Darth Maul mask with the bottom and eyes cut out, spray painted silver by friend and fellow artist Blake Letham. Later, the mask was formed from a replica helmet from the movie Gladiator. This moment on, Doom has seldom been seen unmasked. The MF in Doom has many meanings. Mad Flows was the original meaning, which MF Grimm said. Then there's Metal Face for when he's rapping, Metal Fingers when he's producing, and Metal Fangs when he's King Ghidorah. MF Doom is the most prolific character. Doom is a mid-40s cartoon supervillain. Then there's Victor Vaughn, a mid-20s fan of Doom's, who thinks he can take over the world and be more evil than Doom. Then there's King Ghidorah, the 3-headed serpent, mind-controlling Doom to do his bidding. Doom has said...
It's impressive. It's impressive that you got all of them.
Yeah.
Like that. I was like, thinking about this. I was like, I forgot that you have to do...
I have so much more. Doom has said he uses the mask to be able to write for more than just himself. An example, he said he can write a rhyme from 92 in the 1992 style today, and it makes sense because this is just one of his character's experiences. And the mask differentiates the music because that's what it's all about. It's not about what the person making the music looks like. After the release of Operation Doomsday, Doom started to develop his other characters, making the Victor Vaughn album, Vaudeville Villain, and the King Ghidorah album, Take Me to Your Leader.
Peak.
Yeah.
Peak. Oh my god, I'm gonna start crying just thinking about those albums.
Yeah.
I'm being dead.
Yeah, no, straight up. Around this time, Doom received a call from Peanut Butter Wolf, owner of Stone's Throw Records. Peanut Butter Wolf was speaking on behalf of Madlib. Madlib wanted to start a supergroup with Doom, leading the creation of Mad Villainy, released in 2004.
Hold up. Mad Villainy is like now understood. One of the greatest things that ever happened in hip hop discourse is that Mad Villainy is now understood to be undeniably one of the greatest rap albums ever made. Like, and to the point where you could say it is, in fact, the greatest hip hop album ever made, and it is not a bad take. It is so good.
Whenever you see in a cartoon or anything on TV and they go in a record store, Mad Villainy is always like on the same shelf as Abbey Road and like Black Sabbath, and
it's truly an exceptional piece of art, and Madlib is like, but Madlib outside of this situation, Madlib is one of the greatest, is arguably the greatest hip hop producer ever. Like Madlib, Dilla, you know, like that era of hip hop. And Madlib is still incredible. Madlib still produces at an extremely high level now, but it is just like when two geniuses in this genre come together to make something, and it just, everything about it works. There's not a single song on there that doesn't sound exceptional, and like it was like one of the most harmonious collaborations ever. Oh my god, I can't.
Doom.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Actually, was supposed to have an album with Jay Dilla also, but Dilla
has
passed away. They have like tracks.
Songs.
There was supposed to be a full, essentially Mad Villainy level album that they were working on, but never came out.
Dilla's also incredible.
Yeah, there's like a video of like Jay Dilla, Peanut Butter Wolf, Madlib, and Doom all in a record shop going through it, and I can't imagine like what kind of crazy shit they were all cooking up in their brains.
Not even in their brand. Like, it's one of those things. It's like if you could be anywhere in the world for one moment, like where would you be? And it's like that's one of those places you'd want to be.
That's up there.
If you're like a nerd, like that would be it. Just in the same room as Dilla, Madlib, and fucking Dilla, Madlib, Doom, and Wolf, just sitting there in a fucking record store. And they're picking up the most bullshit things you've ever seen. Yeah. And you know that they just created like God's work in their hands.
I know. That's why I'm so like intimidated about this episode, because Doom probably is like the greatest rapper of all time, and that's not even like an exaggeration.
It's not bad. There's so many, like, you could argue. There's like the greatest of all time title is very arguable, but like MF Doom has very much a claim to it as much as anybody else does. He's not mainstream to the same extent, and that's kind of why he wouldn't have the argument, just because he didn't sell enough, would be like the only thing. And like, it doesn't matter, but also like I understand that argument as a way against him, but it's genuinely like, in terms of artistries and artists in the genre, there's very few close to how incredible MF Doom is.
Yeah, and like I'm not even like nearly as into rap as you are, and like I got crazy love pimples for MF Doom, and Jay Dilla, and Madlib, like Quasimodo is fucking crazy. All those projects,
it's just incredible. I'm sorry, I got really.
I'm totally fine. This is a podcast. This is what it's all about. I don't know if I said it earlier, but it was released in 2004. During the making of this album, the two shared a house together in the hills of LA. Madlib stayed in the basement bomb shelter mostly throughout this process, only to bring Doom a CD up every few days for him to write to. The two would smoke weed, listen to the Beats CD all the way through together, and then they'd just go their separate ways. They like hardly fucked with each other during the whole process of this. And in a way, I think that was like good, because Doom was staying in LA at the time, but his family was back home in London, and he missed his kids, so he was working fast without sacrificing the quality on this project. And this album is so iconic and so insane, and I think it's because these two had the chemistry to almost telepathically communicate what they wanted the sound to be without so many words. Doom was probably as introverted as they came, and I really think Madlib respected and worked well with that. This album is what gave Doom the title of your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
I also like to make this even more insane of a moment. The same year, Mad Villainy is released. Food, which we're probably going to talk about, is also released that exact same year. And it's like MF Doom as a producer, but not just as a rapper, but as a producer, is one of the most influential producers ever, because of the way that he would flip samples and stuff like that. And Mad Villainy and Food, like the production on those two albums alone is like everything Tyler the Creator has ever made.
Yeah.
Is from those two projects, Pharrell and Kanye. Like those are the three main inspirations for one of the best like current day producers.
Yeah.
Is just that.
And for the most part, all of MF Doom's solo albums are him producing, and even King
Yeah.
Ghidorah is like all him producing. On Take Me to Your Leader, he's only on vocally 4 of the songs, but he makes the beats for all the artists on the King Ghidorah albums, and he's just crazy.
Yeah. It's insane. Continue.
I have a big jump in a way. I have 2009, which is 5 years after
Yeah.
Mad
He's
Villainy.
Born This Way
Uh,
came out that year, I think.
yeah, so I have 2009 was a big year for Doom, marking his final solo and possibly darkest project, Born Like This.
Yeah.
An Absurd Existence on YouTube has a great like video essay breakdown of this album. That's where I got a lot of notes from. Opening with Charles Bukowski narrating his poem Dinosauria We on the intro track Cells, a poem depicting a nihilistic approach to how our future looks heading towards dystopia. As per Anthony Fantano, he sounds particularly monstrous on tracks like Gazillion Ear. His voice sounds noticeably deeper. It's like he's almost swallowing the microphone on this track. The album cover features a Doom mask and a slab that when turned on its side reads Doom, Born Like This, Dying Because of This. And it was inspired by the Mac advertisements at the time. It was simple but effective. It was during the Born Like This era where many times Doom has sent out what he calls Doom bots to his shows. Oftentimes, it's when Doom has a discrepancy with the venue, like they don't pay enough or he just doesn't like them, where Doom sends out an impersonator to perform, which rightfully upsets fans, but also Doom is a personified villain and he doesn't really care. He's not the good guy. That's the whole point of what he's doing. And a move like this really encapsulates the villain Doom has always been. It was rumored around this time Doom had a child who was severely hospitalized, but since his private life was so private, nobody can confirm or deny this, and it's speculated that's why Born Like This was Doom just venting his frustrations with the world and being unable to escape his darker state of mind at the time. On this album, Born Like This, he has a track called Bati Boys. This track has given Doom a lot of flack, and to that, the man says back, "I'm a writer, I touch on all topics. Doom happens to talk shit about everyone, regular guys, street guys, punks, fat people, queens and kings. I talk shit about every facet of life. This is just one of the things that Doom talks about on this particular record. Doom's a supervillain, so he's just calling his enemies gay. It's a character. People who don't get it, I don't know what to tell you. Just go to the movies. It's easy. It's like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. I loved him in that movie, but that doesn't mean I agree with murder. We all know John Travolta isn't a murderer, don't we? It's a character. I don't know what else to say to people who don't get that." That's
It
his
might
like
as well.
response
Did
to it.
John
No, it
Travolta-
doesn't.
Didn't John Travolta shoot someone recently?
No, that was Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin did that. I get confused 'cause they're both old and white.
Yeah.
My fault, gang. My fault.
You're good.
My fault, YouTube. YouTube.
Did you have
Sorry.
Did you have anything to add to that? I'm not saying like it's like a good thing that he made that album, and I'm not
that
saying
album
it's
is
you know,
very. It's very. That album is very like. It's a lot. It's like
Yeah.
it's a very like mixed bag. I don't like the album very much personally,
it's not my
but I
favorite.
really like songs on that album. Gazillionaire
Yeah,
is one of my favorite Doom songs.
that song's been remixed like
Is it
a million times.
Angels with Ghostface?
Yeah,
That song's great. Cells is great. I think is there Cells Part 2. I think one of them's better. I forget which one I like more.
Cells is the first one,
Yeah, and then
that helps.
what else is on there?
and Cells after Charles Bukowski reads that poem, Doom comes in really heavy with the horns,
Yeah.
and his voice is really intense on that track.
I gotta look at the. Let's look really quick. I like Cells, Gazillionaire. Yeah, I think I got the ones I like on there. Angels. Yeah. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of others like that, like you were saying, like Bati Boys is just like, damn. And I know it's like a thing, it's like a joke, and it's one of those things. It's like it's 2009, and we've come a long way since 2009. It's just like, damn. Still, I can't. I when I listen to the album, because I listen to everything. I've listened to every Doom project so many times, or everyone I can get my hands on.
I have
so many times.
a hot take about this. I think this song is fine. I think everyone forgets that Lil Wayne straight up said the F word on a milli, and that's like a certified quadrillion platinum song. And Doom doesn't say any actual like slurs. He's like making fun of his like his fictional enemies, because all he's doing is being a supervillain on a song, and he's talking about superheroes being gay, which is like, yeah, that like talking about gay people isn't good, but he's like artistically saying this. Meanwhile, Eminem just straight up says the worst slur you could say towards like a gay person, and nobody like bats an eye. And I'm not even saying like, I'm not even trying to drag Lil Wayne down, but I'm saying like the amount of shit that Doom got for Body Boys is kind of like
and
misplaced. It's kind of
only the reason it's so strong with Doom compared to like other people is because of how like legendary, like he's legendary for his words. Like he is legendary for his words, and that's more important than the sound of a lot of things to a lot of Doom fans. Not me. I think that Doom also just sounds good. I think he makes good music.
And like I said, I'm not like defending it being like a good thing to do, but it's also kind of like,
yeah, it's just different for Doom.
Let it go.
It's just like, it's
just
like a
don't
why.
listen to that song.
Why would you make it kind of thing? More. And again, I just skip it, but I don't listen to it. But I've listened to it, and I'm not like, oh hell, It's just like, I don't want to listen to this, bro. Like, I get it. It's 2009. You know what I mean?
I mean, our fucking president has done and said way worse things, but he fucking won twice, which is a whole different conversation. But
and Doom could never even run.
No, he wasn't born here.
No. Wasn't born here.
In an interview with David Ma, he asks, "Why did you drop the MF and just go by Doom?" Doom responds, "I'm just Doom for this album, and who knows, whatever album's after. This record is Doom's most personal record. This is where you get to the center of his character, so I decided to drop the MF for this album only. I didn't think it'd be a big deal. After Operation Doomsday and Food, I don't think Doom would call himself MF Doom anymore. He just says Doom when referring to himself. It's just kind of like that." Which I thought was kind of cool. Like, it makes sense. Especially, like I was saying, this album isn't reflective of the person portraying Doom. It's just a deeper dive into Doom, the character.
It's a character. Yeah, it's a character piece.
And it's interesting to have like a open book into that.
And there's a whole nother part of it. Doom never says I in his songs, and it's very intentional because he wants people to understand that it's a character.
Yeah.
That he's making. Like, it's the lore for Doom is insane because he wanted it to be. He wanted just to tell a story. Like these albums, the reason I became really, really big on Doom, honestly, like kind of more recent than a lot of people, is because when I listened to his albums, like completely, actually listening to everything I could get my hands on, it was like, oh, these are movies. I'm listening to a movie. I'm listening to like a story.
Yeah, I see it as like an audible comic book.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, this is not just some sort of like, this is not just an album, which is like corny to say. It's like this is a way of life. It's just like, no, like it's not. He's not talking about himself, and if he is talking about himself, he's characterizing parts of himself that he's like wants to talk about. It's not.
Yeah.
It's very much, I'm writing a story about a character that I made who represents like this villain archetype that anybody could fall into. Like everybody in the world could be Doom.
Yeah.
And that's like, yeah, that's like he was saying. He's like, that's the point of the character, is it doesn't matter about who's making the music, it's about the music itself. But I think the bigger point is that like he's criticizing so much,
Yeah.
but you're supposed to still be able to put yourself in the position of the character.
That goes into his response when he was asked about the Doom bots, when he said, when you come to a Doom show, come expecting to hear music, don't come expecting to see. Everything we do is villain style. Because it is more than just, I don't know, seeing somebody. It makes sense. So then, like, my final closing notes on Born Like This is I've said, overall, I'd compare this to if Balloonerism was Mac Miller's actual final album instead of a posthumous release. Balloonerism is a very dark album, and it makes sense why Mac kept it in the vault, but it's a beautiful album, and I'm grateful it was released to the world. That being said, Born Like This being Doom's sort of official send-off outside of collaboration since 2009 is a bit of a dark close to the Book of Doom, in my opinion, because that's his last actual MF Doom like entry, you know?
Yeah, because everything else is, yeah, he drops like collab
But
stuff with
that album also, all of the rest of his albums, it's all him doing production. That album, Born Like This, has 5 different producers. Kind of interesting. Also, also in 2009, as per Stone's Throw Records executive Egon, this is just a straight up quote that he said about this story. MF Doom became a wedding officiant and freestyled a wedding ceremony in 2009. His friend Ethan Egon Allipat, the man who helped bring Doom and Madlib together to create Mad Villainy, asked him to officiate his wedding. Doom didn't hesitate and asked, "What's the date?" The night before the ceremony, Doom showed up at 3 a.m. with a big leather book, ready to plan everything. He walked through the entire ceremony with Egon and made sure everything was perfect. The next day, Doom arrived early, mask on, ready to go. Egon's mom even joked, "Come on, that's you." But Doom wore the mask the entire time, through the ceremony and even the reception. After the wedding, Egon found the leather book Doom had brought and opened it, curious to see the notes he'd taken during their planning session. There were no notes, just triangles, squares, and circles. Doom had freestyled the entire ceremony. I bust out laughing, Egon said later. This guy is a genius, but more than that, he made me feel like the most important person in the world that day. How many people can do that? That's the magic of Doom. A true legend, full of mystery, brilliance, and heart, and that is what true friendship looks like. Probably one of the nicest things he's ever done.
It's just like, same year Body Boys comes out, you just fucking,
Yeah.
whew, it's like the sweetest thing you've ever done to anybody.
Yeah.
Just drawing triangles for real. Don't worry about me.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. That's where you guys met?
Cool.
He's like, no, like if you ask Doom, he's like, yeah, that's words.
He's
like,
that's
what?
What do you mean? You don't
Yeah.
you don't speak this? You can't read this, idiot?
Yeah.
Fucking motherfuckers don't speak hieroglyphs anymore? Goddamn. Lost
Yeah.
language for real.
Come on, grow up.
Come on. This is the story of you meeting your wife. You can't. Gosh. I
Look,
thought
that's
you
you,
could at
the
least
triangle.
recognize this.
She's
I drew you. You don't. Come on, man. He's like pissed.
Yeah. Also, in 2009, around this year up, according to Noodle, on the Gorillaz autobiography, MF Doom was brought onto the November Has Come track through Danger Mouse. Russell stated that Murdoch was running around with his talent catcher butterfly net, ensuring unsuspecting musicians that lay momentarily dormant, he would creep up, pull a net over them, and then spray them with his homemade seduction spray, Ambition for Men. That was it, they were hooked. Murdoch Nichols was later quoted saying, "When Doom recorded this vocal track, I had a stopwatch and I said, see how many words you can say inside the first 30 seconds, and boy oh boy did he deliver."
I love that
I
song.
love the Gorillaz.
I love that song. Love Gorillaz. This is just like I'm just like excited to listen to these ones because when I was doing my like research, mostly I was listening to songs and then talk like writing down songs I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking up just like who he's influenced and more like that. And then I was like, Brian will get the background checks.
Yeah. I have one more big section of notes, and then that'll be kind of like the storyline of Doom, and then we can jump into,
just talking about him.
all the other stuff. So, this section of notes is about his Adult Swim times. So, Jason DeMarco, Adult Swim's senior vice president and creative director's first rap cassette that he ever bought was Third Base's The Cactus album, which featured the Gas Face, Zev Love X's first appearance. DeMarco contacted DJ Danger Mouse to use his beats for Toonami and Cartoon Network bumps. Danger Mouse somehow came into meeting Doom, and the two asked DeMarco if they could do a Toonami album, which, before I keep going on my notes, at the time, Adult Swim didn't exist yet. Like, what was Adult Swim was still just Cartoon Network, like Space Ghost. It wasn't like officially Adult Swim, it was just Cartoon Network like at night, and then there was Toonami, and then there was Adult Swim. So then DeMarco responded, I don't think a Toonami album makes sense, but an Adult Swim album might make sense because we use a lot of old cartoons that we repurpose, and that's what Doom does in his music. To which Danger Mouse responds with, oh my god, Doom is such a huge fan of Adult Swim already, which led to the Danger Doom album. The Mouse and the Mask. All Caps also plays while Huey and Bushido Brown fight in the Boondocks, which was all Aaron Magruder coincidentally bringing Doom even more into the Adult Swim fold. So, like, it wasn't like Adult Swim was like, oh, we already used this guy on our bumps, let's just put him in this. It was like Aaron Magruder specifically was like, I want to use this song, like, kind of unknowingly. Sweet. Yeah. Adult Swim actually at one point decided to sign Doom, considering Doom was already using the Hanna-Barbera samples that Adult Swim owned, like all the Fantastic Four samples was all in the Hanna-Barbera package. It would give him free reign to use any sample he wanted to, without having to go through the process of clearing and getting rights anyway, and considering the work they've already spent together, it really was a golden goose egg kind of deal. Unfortunately, after signing, Doom disappeared to what's thought of personal issues coming up in his life, but again, nobody knows anything that happened in his personal life because he didn't let anybody in that deep. And DeMarco was out $45,000. So, Doom tried to reach back out later to get work, but with deals like this, Doom was sort of blacklisted, and as much as DeMarco wanted to continue working with him, the company unfortunately wouldn't allow it. Eventually, years later, forcing the shutdown of the project, the missing notebook rhymes in week 7 of the 15-week project. I don't have this in my notes, so I'm going to paraphrase it, but basically, they had 15 songs with Doom, and at the end of the 15-song weekly release was just going to be the album. But Doom had already promised these songs to other record companies, and so when Adult Swim dropped the song, those companies came after Adult Swim what the fuck? That's not even his song to give you, And they were like, God damn. So then they just shut down the whole project.
Fuck it.
God damn it. And then in 2019, strikes again.
How could he do this?
In 2019, at the Adult Swim Festival, Doom was set to perform and did perform during the Flying Lotus, another longtime Adult Swim collaborators, Captain Murphy set, only to be outed as Hannibal Buress performing as a Doombot. He got the last laugh in the end.
Which is hilarious.
It is hilarious.
But also super sad, by the way.
That's all my notes.
That is a really sad thing that happened. Because Hannibal Buress, is he officially the last Doombot?
Yeah.
And it was a posthumous Doombot?
No.
Because I thought Doom died in 2018 on Halloween.
Was it 2018?
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to Google. Because I think he died in 2018. It was either 2018 or 2020.
I think it was 2020. Because, it was 2020. Because I remembered it was mid-COVID.
It was 2020.
It was it wasn't announced until New Year's 2021. it was New Year's Day 2021. So then it was like,
Yeah.
all right, we got through 2020. Hopefully this year's
Yeah,
better.
no,
And then
you're
it's
right.
like
You're so
MF
right.
Doom died. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're so right. Who died in 2018? It was just.
I don't know, a bunch of people. I think like Prince died then.
I think I'm thinking of Mac.
Actually, I think Prince died in like 2015.
I'm thinking of
My
Mac.
bad.
No, I'm thinking of Mac. That made me more sad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, AJ, it's your turn to hold
So
it down.
I just got really sad. I
know.
looked up. I was like, I think, Anyway, so I'm gonna just start talking about albums now because I can't. I'll feel better when I start doing this.
There's obviously way more stuff that happened. I didn't go into
Yeah.
like all the collaborative projects. I just went through kind of the core stuff. I didn't even
Right.
talk about Food.
Food, which is incredible. Food is actually the first Doom album I've ever listened to. And is like technically my favorite because of that. I think my favorite Doom album is The Mouse and the Mask, but I think that like my favorite
Yeah.
because of just it's the one I recognize him the most from is Food. Which let me run real quick. Close your eyes, don't look. I don't know. Let me look real quick. I have a T-shirt holding down the. Aha.
Oh, you have it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Very
It's
nice.
still in the packaging because I
Yeah.
don't have a vinyl player. It broke. So. Yeah. Yeah. So
I think the first one I listened to was Danger Mouse also. Or
Yeah.
Danger Doom.
So Danger Doom's probably my favorite. Food's probably like my most like. It's not my most listened. My most listened to the Doom album is Mad Villainy. I've listened
Yeah.
to Mad Villainy. I listened
I
to
think
Mad
Mad
Villainy.
Villainy is mine too.
My like Spotify stats of Mad Villainy. It was like I listened to 4,000 minutes of Future, My Sweet Glorious King,
Yeah.
and then directly after was like 1,000 minutes of just Mad Villainy.
Yeah.
It was like I love it was Mad Villainy and The Mouse and the Mask last year. I listened to a lot. But my favorite song by Doom is Strange Ways. And I think that song is my favorite song by him because it's one of the most it's one of his saddest songs, I'd say. Because of just the content, and I think it's one of those songs where you really get to fully appreciate how good he is as a storyteller.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people listen to Doom and are like, he make funny word, he say funny word, and he make big word, and he great rapper because he has really big vocabulary and say big words.
Yeah.
Strange Ways is like the entire song is a critique of the war in Iraq, and then the conflict in Gaza. Like that is the entire song.
Yeah.
And it's critiquing the U.S.'s response to 9/11 for the first half of the song, and then the second half of the song is comparing the treatment of Palestinians to the children that the U.S. were like killing.
Yeah.
That's the whole song, and it's super sad, but the song itself is like so fast that like it doesn't, you don't really, it just feels chaotic to listen to, and when you actually sit there with the lyrics and you're like, God, he's spitting.
Yeah.
He's talking his shit. Like I can't, and it's just so like he's just so smart on that song. And then like Figaro,
Yeah.
is one of the the song people point to as like this, like look how much of a lyrical genius he is. Like as his rhyme schemes are so insane. That's like why he's the greatest rapper ever. And it's like you also have to understand like this is a story. Like what is being told makes sense. It's not just words. And I think that's what really bothers me with a lot of Doom like fake Doom fans, I guess.
Yeah.
Fake Doom fans. I don't really know if there's any fake Doom fans. But a lot of people who don't understand what he was doing will just say like he just rhymes words together. And I made a video on my TikTok. It's one of my biggest videos I posted. And it was like, this is every MF Doom song, and I make a joke about, it was like middle school Beetle Bones, like osteoporosis, that flows like a molecule through a membrane, osmosis, toast to this, post this, but don't quote this. Like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make sense. He would never say that.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what it sounds like.
It is funny because
And-
I have to listen to him. Like, I have to listen to his songs multiple times to, like, actually understand what the fuck is going on. But I think, like, one of the biggest influenced MF Doom songs that I can think of off the top of my head that had the same effect is actually Whoa by Earl Sweatshirt. I had to listen to that song so many times because he just emulates Doom so good on that song.
Yeah. And Earl, again, this is a great little segue here. Earl, like, is so heavily influenced by MF Doom.
Yep.
And one of the coolest like videos I remember seeing is like from 2012. I don't know what festival it was at, but Tyler
Yeah.
Creator and Earl Sweatshirt were at this music festival. And it's before they're like Tyler's pretty big in 2012 just because
Yeah.
like that's when Odd Future started really popping off. But like Earl is pretty small still because he's not the figurehead of a rap group. He's like
He was
Tyler's character little brother.
yeah.
And they're seeing Doom perform live, and they're like almost brought to tears because of how excited they are to
Yeah.
see like
It's pretty
this
cute.
person.
It's funny.
Like,
I remember when they're like walking away and Earl's like, he called you T Boogie. He said T Boogie in him. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's
They're
like-
so excited.
yeah, and I was like, it's adorable, but it's like genuinely like that's the level of the influence that he had, and he's not recognized by a lot of people outside of the influence that he has and
Yeah.
his actual talent and everything like that. Like the whole he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper thing is not just like a joke. It's like genuinely his music is so important to the landscape of hip hop we're in now.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where like Tyler the Creator is such an influential figure in hip hop and music in general, but he's like he just is making what he knows from Doom and Kanye and Pharrell, and the influence just keeps going further on. But the people who are like copying Tyler's sound and production, a lot of those like heavy synth like style productions like are very similar to Pharrell, but the like playfulness of the production that he uses
Yeah.
is just straight up Doom. Like I have to remember what song it was that I was listening to. It was on In Food.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just Hoe Kicks. No, it was not. It was on Operation Doomsday. So it was Rhymes Like Dimes.
Yeah.
And the beginning of that song,
I sell rhymes like dimes.
yeah, but the beginning of that song, the way that the sample is used and the production of that song, listening to it, it is like the most obvious influence to Flower Boy Tyler the Creator I've ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
I have
oh,
to
yeah,
re-listen to it
This is it.
with that like in mind.
It's really cool though, because it's like favorite rapper, yada yada yada. But the production that he put out also is like some of the most influential production. Even though he's not even, I think he's a significantly better rapper than he is a producer.
Yeah, I do think he doesn't get recognized as a producer enough.
But his production style and his sound for that was next level for sure. And like you were talking about earlier with Mad Villainy being made like separate from each other, I think Doom being the producer that he is and the level that he is as a producer,
Yeah.
it was incredibly important that he was not there
Yeah.
to watch
He'd
Mad
be
Lib make music.
touching stuff too much.
Because he would not even just touching stuff. He'd be like, well, you should do this instead.
Yeah.
You should do this instead. And he's also like, wouldn't say stuff that he wants to change because he's like not like that,
Yeah.
you know? And he'd be like, I just didn't like it. So-
Everyone has said he's like crazy nice when you're actually like
Yeah.
one-on-one with him. It's just his like I don't know, artistic expression to be a villain. and like what his art was villainy, but he was like a really good guy. Everybody said. Like DeMarco earlier when I was reading, because he had this whole interview with somebody just about Doom. It was right after Doom had passed away, and he had said like there were times when we were working on projects where I'd have to go to Doom's apartment at like 9 a.m. He wouldn't answer the door, and then I'd go back at 10 a.m. He wouldn't answer, and then I'd come back later, and Doom would be so happy to see me. He would just want to hang out and smoke weed and chill in the apartment. I'd be like, dude, we gotta do work today, and Doom would be like, yeah, all right, and he'd grab all his 5 notebooks and get in the car and go 2 hours late.
Hell yeah. He's like, yeah, cool, okay, let's go, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We should have been there, man. Why are you so late? Why are you so late on picking me up?
Why are you so late? Then there was I think that like actually a lot of my bigger videos were about Doom. Another one I talked about was now that Robert Downey Jr. is officially playing Doom in the MCU, what Doom song should they use?
I remember this
for
TikTok
introducing him, and it was like I said this straight up. It should be like the Mask with Ghostface. Keep calling him Iron Man, but with Ghostface and Doom, just because it's funny that it would be both of them making the song.
They have to at least do a Doom song for it. At least it's some part in that movie.
But the Marvel Comics recognized Doom, like MF Doom, officially in a strip, which was really cool. I don't know.
I remember when that happened.
He just is. I don't know. It makes me like. It's genuinely like. It makes me so sad that he's not making music anymore, and he stopped so much sooner than I could appreciate him. Because when I was younger, I couldn't really.
Yeah, I kind of like am gonna agree to disagree with you in a way, because I think he had a very prolific career, and I'm not like saying I'm happy he's dead, but I am happy he made all the music he made for as long as he did, and he did live to be old.
Yeah. I'm not
saying
like
more would have been better, but at the same time, Mac Miller died and he was 26.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying like
you know what I mean?
It's more like I wish that he could be around to.
Yeah, like I do wish I could
more,
look forward
like,
to a release.
I don't even want to look forward to a release. I just want him to I just wish that he could see like what he's inspired. You know, like it's like I want him to like look. I don't know. It's like not my life. I've never met him. Don't know anyone in his family. But like it's his legacy is so insane that it just like it just breaks my heart a little bit because of how influential he is, and to see like music he inspired be like selling out arenas.
Yeah,
because that is what's happening now. Like people he's inspired are now the biggest artists in the world.
And like I know what I just said sounded like brash, but it's like he did have 30 years of a catalog, which is
as an
pretty
artist,
good.
He was prolific, and
yeah,
that's amazing. But it's like I was saying like that kid he said is T Boogie at the concert, like had the biggest album for like 3 months.
But he did at that time when they met. He was like Tyler's like I can't believe I'm like meeting you. He was like back to Tyler like I can't believe I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
So it is like pretty cool to see he did like have an understanding of what he's done.
Mhm. And there's just so much. There's so much to it. There's a lot of artists that I listen to, who will be like, "Oh yeah, I love Doom." You know, like I love Doom. And there's people I've talked to a lot of smaller artists who are like starting out making music, and I'll tell them like, you know, that this is like what you're doing. This is because because what the sound is, like what the sound they're doing is very influenced by Doom. And I was like, so yeah, like is that one of your influences? And they're like, no, I had no idea that Doom sounded like this. Yeah. And then I'll show them a song and they're like, oh, I do this because I do this because that one rapper Mike does this in his songs. Or I do this because of Earl. I do this because of, you know, the people they name goes on and on and on. Or like I'll do this because like a Lil Wayne song I liked before, and Lil Wayne's like stole that from Doom. Or like. Yeah, and because like producers go off of every producer is kind of connected in a weird way.
Yeah.
So like Alchemist is so heavily influenced by Madlib and
Oh,
Dilla.
yeah.
But like Pierre is also like Pierre Bourne is also heavily influenced by Madlib and Dilla.
Yeah.
And so when you listen to some of Pierre's songs, you'll hear things from Mad Villainy and you're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? And it's just like Playboy Cardi going like Bing Slay, and then
Yeah.
you're like, what the hell? And,
Yeah.
and it's incredible. I really just love how connected hip hop is in general, but the whole favorite rapper thing is never gonna be understated because
Right.
of how crazy it is.
Yeah, I genuinely think he was like one of the greatest rappers ever. And like I'm gonna say someone's name and it won't even matter, but like my friend in high school, I'm gonna say Brendan, aka Daniel. He'll know what that means. People who know him know. I don't know, I just don't want to be saying people's name on here without their permission. He showed me Doom. And he showed me so much other music. He showed me Doom. He showed me Gangstar. He showed me like I'm trying to think. It's just so much rap. And he was a guitarist in a metal band. And he's like he shreds. He's really good. And he's like Doom is like an influence on how I even write like riffs. Like how I make music is from a rapper. Like, and that's just crazy.
Yeah. And my the reason I got into Doom is because my friend Wiles and Adri Adri posted a video of her like a fit check, and she had a little Doom ring on her hand, and the people in the comments that were shooting their shot like trying to flirt with her were like, oh, nice Doom ring, like trying to pretend that they were paying attention and cared. And she was like, I know what you all are. And I always thought that was funny because it's like, it's like, oh, you guys aren't slick, you know?
Yeah.
But with that being said, they showed me, they got me really into Doom. And then like I honestly was like I made fun of Doom fans for so long, and then I was like, I get it, bro. I get it. I'm sorry to everybody. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. This is incredible. I'm sorry I said anything negative about you. I understand. This is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I do the full discography listens so for a lot of artists. Like that's just something I do.
Yeah. Are you gonna put up like a?
I usually make like a playlist. I usually make a playlist for the artists that I do this with. So I've made one for Drake and Kanye and Future. I've made one for J. Cole. It's not on Spotify. Like it's like privated.
Yeah.
And like other artists have done it for.
Man, I wish we could have done a Kanye episode, but I'm never gonna let us do that. Yeah.
Yeah. But for Doom, I can't do that. I can't justify doing it for Doom because I think that I think that 5 Doom albums are like must listen to albums if you enjoy hip hop. Like I think that's the issue with me making a playlist. Like with Future, I think that like DS2 and Monster are must listen to albums. With like Kanye, I think like Graduation, like the Graduation trilogy and The Life of Pablo and Yeezus, like you have to listen to those albums. But outside those albums, I can make a playlist of songs. Drake, I could do the same thing. Like Nothing Was the Same, I think, is a must listen to album, but I could make a playlist of Drake. Doom, I can't single out songs for him because it's like you just need to listen to the album. Like it's a story is being told, and you have to listen to the albums. And I think Operation Doomsday, Food, Mad Villainy, King Ghidorah, and
Vaudeville Villain.
Yeah, are the one like and also Mouse in the Mask you need to listen to too. But like you don't have to listen to that one.
I wouldn't say it's like a niche album, but if you were like
It's
really
so
into
good.
Adult
It's so
Swim,
good.
it'll be extra good.
I was talking to my friend who's not like he's a West Coast, he's a diehard West Coast rapper, like fan. That's it. He loves West Coast music and he loves how fun West Coast hip hop is. He doesn't like New York hip hop because it's so sad and depressing. He doesn't like MF Doom because it's like sad, depressing music.
Okay.
This is to the next point though.
All right.
Said I'm gonna make you an MF Doom fan. He's like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, just listen to Mouse and the Mask one time. That's all I'm asking you to do.
It's
listen
so
to that
fun.
One one time.
Sofa
and he's
King?
like, he sends me Benzie box and he goes, "This is gas."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you get it. I'm telling you." And then I was like, "Now listen to Mad Villainy again. I know you've already listened to it again." He's like, "Okay, yeah, you're
That's
right.
that's a West Coast album. It was made in L.A.
Yeah, I was like, man. He's like, "I get it now." I'm like, yeah, you better. It's incredible, man. It's incredible, and it's like, I don't know. He's exceptional. But yeah, Mouse and the Mask I would put in that list too. Fuck it, 6 albums. Go listen to all 6 of those albums because they're amazing. And I can't pick songs off of them, but I put in a playlist. Mad Villainy, I'm not taking a single song off of for a playlist. I will keep every song on there.
I do feel like you could pick like any album out and just listen to that as your first album, but don't do that with Born Like This. Listen to that like later. Listen to that after you've listened to like 3 albums first.
My order for like albums you should listen to to become an MF Doom fan. Do not listen to Food first. Do not listen to Operation You can listen to Operation Doomsday first. If you want to like Doom a lot really fast, do not listen to Operation Doomsday first. And do not listen to Food first. Just listen to Mad Villainy or Mouse and the Mask first. Or King Ghidorah or like a Take Me to Your
Vaudeville
Leader
Villain.
or Vaudeville Villain. Those 4, any of those 4 first is fine. Food has a lot of skits in it, so that's the only reason I wouldn't listen to it first. It's really skit heavy. Operation Doomsday, I have a hot take.
Oh jeez.
It's just okay. It's just okay. It's good. It's good. Compared to other people, compared to other rappers, it's amazing. Love that album.
Yeah.
For Doom and how good the rest of his catalog is.
Yeah, what's crazy
It's
about
just
that
alright.
is he would probably agree with you. But like,
He's like,
everybody else in the world doesn't.
No,
that's okay.
It's so good. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm
No,
just
I
saying,
know.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's the one I go to the least because after the first 4 songs, I'm like, I want to listen to Mad Villainy now, or I want to listen to I can sit through all of Mouse and the Mask on repeat and be fine and be happy and be dandy for days, and I just can't do it with Operation Doomsday. I love the album. If I ever had the chance to like get all those on vinyl or like physical copies of them, I would. Because I just love those projects so much. And then the next part is the collab albums after. If you want to like really get into Inspectah Deck, which I heavily recommend. Inspectah Deck is awesome. Czarface is so cool. Czarface is one of my favorite like rap groups ever now because of Doom.
Yeah.
Go listen to So What and what is it?
Doom made like 6 of the tracks on Fish Scale also. Ghostface album.
Which is my
yeah, Fish Scale's crazy.
Yeah, Fish Scale's my favorite Ghostface album too.
What's the song? Is it Tony Stark? Isn't he's like in the octagon with 6 palms?
Yeah. I'm trying to think now. You got me all flipped out.
I love that album.
My favorite, off topic. Ghostface is incredible. I could talk about Ghostface. I did the same thing I did with Doom and all them with Ghostface.
Ghostface has like 30 albums. He has so many.
And they're all so good.
Yeah.
He has no bad albums.
The thing I really like suck with and I need to get better at is I always listen to the full album, so I don't ever know like individual song names.
I have a method. I figured out the method is if I like a song, I look at it on my phone I'm like, okay. And that's how I remember. With Ghostface, the Fish Scales is incredible, and then what is it? Soul Sour with the Bad Bad Not Good album is my other favorite Ghostface album because the production on it is very beautiful.
Yeah, Bad Bad Not Good is crazy.
They did so well, and there's that Danny Brown song on there, 6 Degrees.
Yeah.
Thank you, Danny. Anyway, MF Doom is incredible. He really is, and I'm trying to think of what else to even say about him without just sounding like
this is really off topic, but
writing.
I really want to meet Danny Brown one day. I think that could happen. He's so awesome.
I think it's possible. I mean,
I just want
to
say hey.
Hey, Danny.
"Hey, Danny, thank you for everything you've done. Triple X
He'd be like,
changed my life."
ha 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 ha. Really? No way.
Yeah.
Ah,
Check.
man. Check.
They'd be leaving a restaurant,
Yeah.
like walk up to him. He'd be like,
Are you
"Check."
fucking Danny. Check. Check, please. Oh. And then there's fucking. My other video that did well was the fucking JPEG Mafia one with Danny Brown and for whatever
Damn,
reason.
Peggy.
Yeah, no, for whatever reason in that video, people liked my JPEG Mafia impression a lot, which, to be fair to myself, it was pretty damn good.
That was a
I
good
had-
TikTok.
That was a good one. That was one of my better ones.
That was a
But
banger.
they were like, I liked, it was the fucking JPEG Mafia voice and then fucking just, stop! That's all I like.
Yeah, I think that was all you said for Danny Brown. You
I
have a
said,
lot of good TikToks. There's only
I
one
got a
I
lot
don't
of-
like that you've made.
Yeah. Got a lot of good TikToks out there.
You said JoJo was boring. Never forget.
I didn't. Whoa. I didn't say JoJo's is boring. I said that if you think JoJo's is boring, don't bring One Piece into the conversation. What
alright.
did we do wrong?
Baby Cat, roll the
Anyway.
footage back. Baby Cat, pull up that TikTok.
Excuse me. You have the footage. Maybe you don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that.
So yeah, you got anything else you want to say about Doom before we head out of here?
I want to make sure I'm not. I could glaze him forever. I don't
When
want
I
to be
was-
like dick riding with nothing.
I was
else
doing
to
my
say.
research, and he's so like private. It's hard to get a lot on him. But I think I was pretty comprehensive.
No, you did really good. You did really good.
Thank
I
you.
was like excited, I was happy listening to it. There's oh my god, with Food. Food, one of the coolest like concept albums ever. Also, like it is so cool to just tell like a complex story and then change everything to like using food as an allegory for life, and it's just so
Yeah.
good. Like it's just so cool.
What is it? Poopa soup?
Poop,
What is it?
Fuck. Oh my god.
Poo poo platter?
Yeah. And then fucking poo putt platter. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool. It's such a sweet like. It's such a cool idea for a damn story. And Con Carne is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Like, Hoe Cakes was the first Doom song I heard, and I was like, oh, I wasn't aware of your bag. I had no idea that you were the coolest person to ever make music in the history of time.
I think my favorite song, and it's a pretty easy one, is probably One Beer Left.
There's
I
no
love that
one
song.
being left. What was it? Also, yeah. Even though I was talking about how it's like over exaggerated, his rhyme schemes are actually insane. That is another
Yeah.
thing that needs to be said. His rhyme scheme is nuts. I have to look it up real quick before I butcher it. I was talking about Strange Ways earlier, and how it's like one of the most like beautiful songs that he's written, but also like super sad and deep.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the song starts out, he goes, wreak havoc, beep beep, it's mad traffic, sleek and lavish people speaking, leaking to the maverick. He see as just another felony drug arrest. Any day he could be the one. He picked the wrong thug to test, slugged through the vest, shot in the street. For the pulling heat on father whose baby's gotta eat. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And literally he just like saying cops you could kill a cop, like you just go do it. Like that's the whole line. He's like, just go fucking, like that's it.
Yeah.
But they're not picking, you don't pick up on that if you're just gonna like just go, oh my god, he's just rhyming words together, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And he says like, pay to interfere with how a brother get his money. Now who's the real thugs, killers, and gangsters? Set the revolution, let the things bust, and thank us when the smoke clear. You can see the sky again. There'll be a chopped up heads of Leviathan. Like
Insane. It's so
Oh my-
metal.
Like it's so hard. Like
It is.
he's so hard, but it's just not being understood that he's like spitting
I know.
Like insanity.
The most free one, rap snitches, telling all their business. Sit in the court and be their own star witness. You see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here.
Right here. Fuck
So
around and get the
fucking
whole
good.
label set up for years.
So good.
And then the Figaro thing that people like to talk about is just how insane lyrically and his writing is on that. And there's like the flow maker fatty shake, patty cake for sake. If he was Anita Baker's man, he'd take her for the masters, hit her once and shake her hand on some old thank you ma'am and ghost her. She could mind the toaster if she signed the poster. A whole host of roller coaster riders, not enough tracks, hot enough black. It's too hot to handle. You got blue sandals. Who shot you? Ooh, gotcha. 2 new spots to vandal. No standstill. Boast your skills. Close, put no krills. Toast for no post. No bills. Post no bills. Post to coast. Joe Schmoes flows ill. Go chill. Not supposed to overdose. No dose pills. Like,
Man. And he just sounds like he's talking. It's like insane
I
the way he
can't.
does
I
it.
don't know how he can write this and be like, yeah, I'm gonna say all these words.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say all, and guess, and again, it's like the song isn't just nonsense.
No,
The
it
song
is a
is
coherent thing.
it's
He's not
a
just
real
picking
thing.
words to rhyme. He's saying
He's talking
a
like,
lot.
Oh my god! And the 314 methamphetamine, dioxine methamphetamine line.
Yeah.
Like, again, it's easy to gas him up as like a writer and a lyricist without fully acknowledging how insane the story he's telling is, because it's all rhyming at an extremely high like level, and his rhyme schemes are incredibly impressive, but beyond that, it's like the story he's telling is so compelling that you have to bar.
Yeah, that was it. The
Holy
story
shit.
he's telling is so compelling.
Yeah. He would say that. See, what I say? Run the track back. What I say? Everything I've ever said is just a doom line he hasn't said yet. Golly.
Let's take it back.
Mad
real
Lib,
quick.
where you at? Let me get your hands on it. Let me get my little hands on the track. Let me grow your little mitts on
My
there.
little grubby mitts. I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah. Damn. Am I so predictable? Damn. I was gonna try to make a bar, but I couldn't think.
I
of
was
a
waiting for
word
it.
with predictable.
Am I so predictable? Got these MF Doom syllables.
Flows so predictable. He stick the pole. Oh,
Hey, wait, okay.
Wait a minute.
We're
wait a minute.
workshopping.
We'll figure it
This
out.
is active workshopping. Every
You know-
episode is just a workshop.
Eventually, I'll have a full album out with just
We'll
me
just
workshopping bars.
Take
here.
like clips off.
Yeah. And then they're like, wait a minute, you kind of were spitting. And it's the only bar that actually rhymes is fucking the stories he's telling are so compelling.
Yeah.
You know. Hell yeah.
All right, AJ. Last
Um,
call.
That's it. That's all I got to say, I think. Let me make sure I'm not lying no more.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much for showing me MF Doom. You changed my whole life. He showed me Danny Brown, too. He did show me Triple X and Hot Soup. And, what's the one where he's a little cyborg from 2008 on the album cover? I'll put it in post. You know what I'm talking about. It's all blue.
You said Atrocity Exhibition?
No.
What are you talking about?
God damn.
One? Danny Brown album?
Yeah.
It's all blue.
The hybrid. It's the hybrid.
Oh. I was like, what do you mean the hybrid? Okay, yeah. I don't think I've listened to that one.
Oh, it's
I've
fire.
listened-
So good.
Yeah. I listened to-
Daniel had it on like a burnt ass CD that probably Danny Brown made, honestly.
Realistically, there's a good chance.
There's honestly realistically a good
pretty good
chance because
chance that he
Daniel
did that.
really was doing shit.
Yeah.
But all right.
Before
Thank
I
you.
remember, I found the song. Ready? He
Yep,
said
yep.
1 for the money, 2 for the better green, 3 for methylene dioxide, methamphetamine, Told to knock knee ghetto queen, get the head fiend. Tell him it's for Medellin. Use oxyacetylene.
God damn.
Excuse me?
God damn.
What did you just say? I wish that he got a Gangsta Grills tape. That's honestly what I wish.
Gangsta Grizzle.
Hey yo, we on a yacht. I don't know where he is though. It's just me on the yacht, honestly. There's a giant rocket.
There's
It's
actual
counting down.
mad villainy.
What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. Gangsta Grizzle. And then it's just bad hair day. What the hell? Never
All right,
mind, bro.
all right, gamers. It's
Don't
it's
worry about
bedtime. I'm very sleepy.
I'm
We are
too
now
sleepy.
officially on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, Amazon Music / Audible, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Podchaser, Podbean, which I haven't been saying lately, Boomplay, TikTok and Instagram as Astral FM Pod. I am Chainsaw FM on everything, including RuneScape. This is my lovely co-host.
AJ, I'm on Apricot FM on everything, including TikTok.
And he's going to be playing this game very soon. All right, gamers.
I can't keep promising the RuneScape, but if I can, I'm freaking out, man. Freaking out.